I will soar, I will fly, I will be everything I can be on this day and the next. I will soar, I will fly, I will be everything I can be on this day and the next. I will soar, I will fly, I will be everything I can be on this day and the next. I will soar, I will fly, I will be everything I can be on this day and the next. I will soar, I will fly, I will be everything I can be on this day and the next. Hello and welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters on this beautiful planet. This is the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. This is going to be your Soar tarot reading for today, February 17th of 2018. Let's see what we have in store for today. Well, the target card is actually going to be that of patience. This is interesting. We have to have patience for anything to mature, right? Just as a baby, it takes 9 months in the womb to mature to the point to where it can be viable in the outside world, right? Much as how a lot of what we have to do requires patience, right? You go through 12 years of schooling, right? When you're working on a project, it takes time for things to mature. So it's a tough lesson to learn, but it's also a very rewarding lesson because when you have the patience to just see things through to the end, typically you do value them more, right? So let's see what else we have in store. That's going to be our target card. For the S, we have, interesting, we have aloneness. This is known as the Hermit card. So this is aloneness for the S. For the O, the obstacles is actually this is interesting. We have celebration, a reverse. So this is the Three of Cups reverse. This is pretty interesting so far. For the A, we have letting go. All right? We have letting go. And for the resolution, we have, interesting, in reverse, we have receptivity. Receptivity is going to be the Queen of Cups in reverse. So what is going on here with patience? Well, we did just have that solar eclipse, which was major. A lot of us went through it was kind of a heavy solar eclipse, I'm not gonna lie, because it hit me in a heavy way. But we were also all are purging, right? It's solar eclipses are naturally constructive, and since it happened in the sign of Aquarius, we are all learning to embrace our unique self and understand that our unique self is something that does require maturation to really kind of come into. So, and we need to learn to have patience with ourselves whenever we're working towards a certain way of being, and just life in general. It just requires patience. Okay. So it's interesting how we have, upright, reverse, upright, reverse. So the sensation is that we're perhaps feeling lonely. And that's natural. You're the only one in that body, right? I mean, yeah, you are made of billions, trillions of cells, but it is lonely. Life can get lonely sometimes, and perhaps you were sensing that you might feel alone, that you might feel like this hermit, with this lantern walking around the dark, trying to find others that vibe with you, but then you're only with that person for a certain amount of time. It could be a week, it could be a month, it can be a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, even a lifetime. But even after the lifetime, you're alone again. But we're also connected to that source. So the sensation is that of aloneness. And perhaps we don't know how to deal with the aloneness of, especially of expressing the uniqueness of who we are. It can get quite lonely, right? It can get quite lonely. This is why people like certain teams. This is why people want to be a part of certain groups. They want to be a part of certain things. It's because they don't want to feel alone, right? They rather be a part of a group. And this is natural. We're very social creatures, right? We want to be a part of a group, but at the end of the day, you go to sleep, you're having your dreams, like you are alone. You're the only person, you're not going to spend any more time with anyone than yourself. The person you're going to spend the most time with is yourself. So you might as well have patience with yourself, right? For the obstacle, we have the Three of Cups in reverse, and this is one of the best cards in the deck. This is also known as Celebration here. So how do we turn this frown upside down? By learning to celebrate who we are and learning how to celebrate everyone's uniqueness. If people have to go on their own and go on their own path, we need to learn how to celebrate that. We need to learn how to celebrate our uniqueness and us going on our own path. So the obstacle is simply learning how to celebrate. And it is Chinese New Year, right? It's the year of the dog. What do dogs do? Dogs, they just love. Dogs know how to just love unconditionally. They just do it. They know how to celebrate each other. They know how to celebrate people. It's only when you breed a dog to be vicious that it is vicious. But innately, naturally, we can see that dogs, they know how to celebrate. No matter what's going on, no matter who the person is, so long as you treat that dog well, they know how to celebrate. So if we treat ourselves well, if we have patience for ourselves and for other people, we can really truly celebrate. The action is letting go of preconceived notions, of releasing these old dogmas, letting go of this old way of thinking, this old way of believing. We need to let go of this because it no longer serves us. Yes, you might feel alone. Yes, you might not know how to celebrate yourself and other people. But how? How will you come to know how to do this? By letting go of all of that hardness. By learning to let go of all of that stress. By learning to let go and just simply enjoy life. Because when you are able to just let go, enjoy life, and let go of the fact that, yes, you may be alone, but there are other people still walking this life with you side by side. And yes, they may come in and out of your life. That's just how it goes. But when you learn to let go and go with the flow, you'll end up meeting that person again. Maybe a few years down the road, maybe in another lifetime, but you will meet that person again. And hopefully they make you smile. Right? And then in reverse, we have the Queen of Cups, receptivity. So it's interesting how the upright cards, we have water and fire, right? So it's like you may be feeling alone, and then you may have a hard time letting go of it. But then with air, you can celebrate. You have to choose to celebrate, though. It's a choice. You have to choose to celebrate. And then when you do that, you will receive that abundance. Happens in the Earth card. And it's kind of like this beautiful flower, this beautiful blue lotus growing out, right? So what's happening here is that the resolution is that when you learn to let go, when you learn to celebrate yourself, you will receive that abundance and you will receive that intuition. You'll know what to do. You will know what to do. You'll remember that the target is patience, to allow things to mature in their own time, to try not to force anything, to know that everything is divine timing. God knows what to do. God knows what to do. We are really just, we are extensions of God, yes, but we don't know everything. We can't possibly know everything. It's not for us to know everything. And honestly, that's actually what allows us to be able to play the way that we can. That's what actually allows us to, make mistakes and be malleable, but to understand that we can just get up again. Now, if we get knocked down, we can get up again. I like to think of kids as rubber bands. Like you knock them down and they get right back up. And that's kind of how we as humans are. We are all human. We've all been hurt. We've all been burned alive. We've all gone through stuff. We all have had moments where we feel alone. We've all have been depressed. We all have been anxious. We all have wondered how the next day was going to go. We've all have wondered how we're going to make it through that next moment, how we're going to make it through these obstacles. The beautiful thing that unites us is that while we are all alone, we can all come together and celebrate. We can celebrate. The obstacle is learning how to celebrate each other's uniqueness. That's how you turn that card upside down. Learning to let go of these old dogmas that have kept us confined and restricted and cut off from one another, so we may learn how to truly celebrate each other. And learning to let go, learning to go our own path. And then we will receive that abundance. We will receive those miracles that are there every single day, those blessings that are there every single day. We'll become aware of them. We'll receive them, and we will smile oh so brightly. But as I said, it requires patience. And we just have to learn to just simply go with the flow. So that is your SOAR reading for today, February 17th, 2018. I hope you enjoyed it, and please check out my other social media links. I have my Facebook below, my Instagram, and I also did publish a poetry book called Therapeutic Poetry. The link is in the description below. I trust and believe that this reading will assist you in any way that it needs to, any way at all. Remember that you are able, that you are beautiful, that you are creative, that you are divine, and that you are energetic. And of course, remember to keep moving forward. Stay focused and Yahoo! Smile often.